It is fall garden cleanup time, or cleanup time to put the fall garden in. And I was out here, Greg and I are working on it, and it's very overwhelming when it is so overgrown like this. And I thought you might want to hear the thoughts behind why we keep what we keep and why we're pulling out what we're pulling out. So if you've been watching, you know this was the really big okra bed. And I typically let that okra bed grow out until the first frost. However, we just had that hurricane come through that dropped 16 inches of rain, and we had some winds, and it totally laid those stalks all the way over. Now, if those were growing in a field, I could just let them go, trim off the really big okra pods, and it would keep growing. But it's right in our walkway. And bigger than that, it just kind of makes me feel overwhelmed when I walk out. That's our main entrance into the garden. So we cleared that bed out. This is that beautiful, or was that beautiful, pepper and flower bed right up here next to the barn. Take a minute of respect for this totally farmer cat right here. Anybody who makes hats with a logo on it, let me know. I need to order some new ones for Greg. So in this bed, we're going to keep one of these shishito plants, because this shishito plant, for whatever reason, actually gave us some fairly spicy peppers. I want to save the seeds on that, and we're still enjoying that. We're going to keep the flowers in here that we can, because pollinators are still going to need food for quite a while and through the winter. This beautiful crested coxcomb that was standing straight up before the hurricane is still really active with pollinators, and I want to collect the seeds, so I'm going to tie them up with some baling twine and secure them along there. These were the beds that we were trying to do the acorn squash and the Indian snake cucumber in, right behind those big pepper beds. They just didn't do well. The pickle worms got to them, so we are going to put peas in these beds. Other than that, we would have let them grow until our winter squash hardened off. And any of the plants, like these pepper plants right here, I don't know why it has done that. Maybe it didn't get enough water, maybe it got too much, but if they're doing really bad, like that peach ghost, I believe it is, those will also come out. Really, during this transitional part of time, the most challenging part of gardening is to find space for the new vegetables that need to get in the ground. And right now, with it being so full in here, it's about identifying who can go and who needs to stay. And sometimes that's a hard choice.